Step into the world of Float, Sizzle, and Chill, where I, Dr. Schreier, take you on a captivating healing voyage each week. Explore state-of-the-art approaches to rejuvenate your body and mind. Our mission is to bring you the finest treatments and therapies for complete healing. Hi, this is Dr. Alan Schreier with Float, Sizzle, and Chill, and I'm here with Efti Fundo, and we're going to have a great episode of Float, Sizzle, and Chill today. This podcast is all about teaching people about how to have success in their health, in their life, in business and relationships. And I invited Efti here today because she's done some great things in her life, her business. She has a social media following of almost 250,000 people, which is amazing. And she just puts out some really cool content and really inspiring messages there. So Efti, if you could introduce yourself, and then I'll ask you some questions.
Yes, so my name is Efti. I am so happy to be here. I have been I've been in the dental field for 20 years now, and I've been in social media for 10 years, and 10 years in dental hygiene because I started as an assistant. But the social media started kind of like as a hobby. I have a passion for makeup, so I decided to post about it, and I sucked at first. So if I could do it, anybody can. And then, I don't know, it just kind of blew up. Perfect timing, I guess.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So if you're not following her, if you haven't seen her videos, it's Face by Efti.
With 4 eyes.
With 4 eyes. Face by Efti on Instagram. What
Yes.
else are you on?
I'm everywhere. TikTok, YouTube. I don't post YouTube anymore.
Okay.
But Facebook, whatever. All social
Awesome.
medias.
So why don't we start out by talking a little bit about how you blew up. Like I've known you for a few years, and we just reconnected recently.
Yep.
But you said you started and it kind of sucked, but like what happened? Was there an event that your page blew up?
So for me, it started as I loved makeup. I had a passion for it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed applying it. I loved the art of it. And my sister-in-law, actually, she's like, hey, I see all these people putting makeup and getting loads of makeup. We can get makeup for free. I was like, there's so many people that do such a good job. I don't even compare. She's like, who cares? People are not doing it. They're not following you for just your talent. It's also the personality. I said, you know what? Let's do it. Let me give it a shot. So I started posting whatever, and people were like, oh, what did you use for your face, or what did you use for your eyes? And I became obsessed. Like, I loved interacting with people, connecting with people, telling them what I'm learning, and what I'm saying. When I said it, I sucked, meaning like I sucked at my craft. I wasn't good as, X, Y, and Z, which were like perfection. So that came with application after application after application. I loved it, and so yeah, I don't know. Huda Beauty, which is one of big beauty industry makeup artist, has a whole makeup line and all that. She shared me, and that's where I kind of like Vegas. There's so many beauty influencers at the time that shared me and kind of helped out. And then all of the brands started reaching out, and just kind of like connecting, talking. It wasn't just, about my page, but also supporting other people. That's a big thing. If you're looking to be an influencer or in that world, it will take time. It's time consuming, but it's about the connection more than anything. People, I think, will come to you and relate more with you if you're connecting. And when I stopped, it stopped. When I stopped connecting because life hits you in the face, I became pregnant, kids, all that. I actually became a little self-conscious because I gained a lot of weight, like 100 pounds. And so I kind of like stepped back, because as good as social media is, it's also very brutal. So, a lot of bullies there. So you kind of, when you're kind of going through things in your head, you don't want any external opinion. So
well,
that's how it started, and kind of went on from there.
That's so cool. So somebody big, shared you, and then all these other people started sharing you too, and got you connected to makeup companies that started promoting you. That's really cool.
Yeah.
But I can't believe, so you were bullied? Like,
Yeah, I mean, when I put on weight, people were making, they say how, if you edit pictures or whatever, and they make comments, this is not real, whatever, and then when you put your real self out there, you don't get bullied no matter what.
Yeah.
You can never you can never have it all. It's one of these things that
you can never be perfect, right?
No. Perfection doesn't exist. So.
But that's life, right?
Yeah.
But from the messages that you put out there, like when we reconnected, I remembered like, oh, you do makeup and tutorials and things like that. But really more than that, like I'm a guy, I never looked at like makeup tutorial pages.
Yeah.
So I thought, oh, that maybe this is, women watch this, it's kind of superficial. Yeah. But then when I started kind of following your posts and things, a lot of it is about like empowerment and like believing in yourself and really like self-motivational things, and not even so much about makeup or like superficial beauty, but like internal beauty. So can you tell a little bit about that and, where you find inspiration for that and what you're trying to achieve with it?
So when I stopped my social media because I gained weight, I kind of had to get out of my head because we are our own worst enemy in a way because we judge ourselves so hard. Most women, anyways. I don't know.
Yeah, it's guys too.
So like I had to learn how to get myself out of my head. So I had to learn how to kind of empower myself again and just think positive, because your thoughts is what your tomorrow will bring. If you have positive thoughts, positivity will follow, and I've always believed in this. I don't know why, ever since I was little, this is something that I've known deep within, but I started discovering it more and more, and I knew that when I was being so negative within myself, I wasn't looking at a positive outcome or what I wanted to be. So I'm like, okay, I have to change this, and that's where I was like, okay, maybe someone else is going through what I'm going through, so let me share my journey. And I was on and off. I was not consistent with my posting, so that kind of like slowed down my growth. But at that point, I did not care. It was more for like real connection, who it reached out, and someone that needed it. And if it was just one person, then that would be, now I'm sweating. Like this makeup right now, it's
not coming off though.
There we go. We cannot touch it.
Your makeup is working.
So I just kind of wanted to post my story, hoping that someone else would relate and kind of, say that, hey, I'm not alone. And
that's great.
That's how that started.
I really love that, and it and sometimes it gives me motivation because sometimes even like from your post, it looks like you're always happy and spreading positivity, but like we all go through ups and downs. Even the people that look like they have it all together, they still have those negative thoughts or negative things that happen in their life or to them. And it's good to see that it happens to everybody, even the people that look like they have it all together or they have a huge following already. Like people might think, oh, they already have it made, like they can just all the companies are just calling them right away, or they just have everything perfect. But we all have things to work on, right? And we all have to try to stay positive and get those messages from other people to know that it's like we're all the same.
Everybody is the same. It's true. And sometimes people that seem like they got it all together, they're the ones that are struggling the most, because they want to prove even more so that they're happy. And I don't know who they're trying to prove it to, but it's one of these things that sometimes the people that try the hardest to seem a certain way are not doing so well.
Yeah. So sometimes we need to find ways to be fulfilled instead of like money and or fame or whatever. but like internal happiness or relationship happiness with your family or your friends, and
Count your blessings.
Huge, right?
Something that I've been doing I've always kind of did it anyways, but I've been more consistent and persistent with it, and it has helped me a lot in my spiritual journey, growth, whatever. Count your blessings. Be grateful. Before you go to bed, when you wake up, it takes 1 second to just say, thank you, God. You have so much. You have a roof over your head. You have, you're walking, you're talking, you're seeing. These are just like the basics that we take for granted on daily basis.
Yeah.
And I just say thank you for my health, my kids, their happiness. I pray for their protection. And most of the time, I really don't pray to God for anything for myself. I actually just say thanks and pray for my kids and for the world that is going through hell and back, and then that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Because I feel like I have so much.
Right. We got to be grateful for everything we have,
and
right?
I don't want people to be like, oh my God, she has it all. No, I don't have it all. I don't have none of that. But I am grateful, and feeling gratefulness within, truly being grateful within, when you don't have the ideal have it all, because everybody's perception is different, right? True happiness, right?
Awesome. I love that.
That's why I'm so happy all the time. That's my trick.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Something I found that I started recently is actually writing down like things that I'm grateful for right before I go to bed, or right in the morning. And it's really, I want to do it every day. I've probably been doing like maybe 50 to 75% of the days, but it's totally helped my mind shift. Yeah, my mood, my relationships is like, have everything that I need. Everything else is just extra.
Exactly.
And it totally changes the way you perceive the world and then your outcomes.
Yeah,
right?
And then you pour out positivity, taking all this stuff, and then you're like a magnet for positivity, it just comes to you. Like you're not even looking, and opportunities turn left and right, so. And I did start with writing it down. I could not give up, so I'm just like mentally saying thank you, and I've been pretty consistent, so
That's
it's
awesome.
working.
And so what type of things do you do for your health that you can tell people at home to try, in addition to trying a sauna?
Yes.
what do you do at home that you think could be helpful for people?
So I started working out. I feel like I've always been on and off into fitness throughout all my life. Girls are never happy, I feel, with how they look like. I mean, I look at pictures back in the days when I used to be looking fantastic, and I was like, I need to lose 5 more pounds, or never happy. And right now I'm like, what the heck was I thinking? This was superb, my prime time. And I did not appreciate it, right? So now, again, women, I'm still not happy or where I want to be, but I try to tell myself to enjoy this moment, enjoy this body, do the best that I can on a daily basis to go towards my goal, and that's all I could do. Everything else will follow, right? So I try to eat healthy. I do have a gluten allergy that I'm trying to give more respect to. I grew up with gluten all around, so it's something that is very difficult with all the ingredients that are put. I don't even know if it's truly gluten that I'm allergic to or additives, but we'll go with gluten.
Yeah.
And I just try to, go for walks. I love walking by the beach,
Awesome.
2, 3, 4 miles a day. And I need to get back to my weights. I've been slacking on that department, but that's what I do. I just try to work out, get at least 30 minutes a day, and then try to eat healthy, do the best that I can. I do mess up 99% of the time. Okay, maybe not 99, but 80% of the time I do mess up. But I try to keep consistent and not be so hard on myself.
Yeah, don't be so hard on yourself. If you're trying and you're conscious of it,
Yes.
then you're changing the outcomes in the future. And I think that's what it's all about, is like baby steps are like 1% better a day.
Yeah.
And in time, it adds up to a lot, because you can't just change everything and expect that you're never going to slide back a little bit.
Yeah.
You just have to try again when you fall off.
And I have I have a friend who is a wellness coach as well, chiropractic also, like all of these things help. I mean, I'm your patient, you know, and I'm a dental hygienist, so my posture is not the best. I'm trying. I'm trying, but you know, it's just trying to do what it's not a cookie cutter, not one person is the same, so everybody has to listen to their body.
That's awesome.
Yes.
I see so many dental hygienists and dentists as patients. It's crazy because you guys are all like hunched over and twisted for like the whole entire day. I don't think people realize when they're getting their teeth worked on, they're sitting in a comfy chair watching TV or like chatting with, you know, tubes in their mouth. But they do really hard work and their postures really suffer, which just in general in our society, people are sitting at desks, they're not getting enough exercise, and so their postures really suffer, and then it can lead to back pain. So, you know.
You as a chiropractor, I'm assuming that like stretching, yeah, I have to work on that.
Yeah, I'm actually working on a video that people that aren't even patients can watch of like stretches in the morning and at night, or even at your desk to improve your posture. Because back pain or neck pain doesn't usually happen overnight. Like even though it could be from like sleeping in the wrong position one night, it's usually because of like all that stress and poor posture for like months and years, sitting at a desk, picking up all the stuff that comes with kids, you know, driving in cars all day. And so all that stuff adds up. And not only does it affect our spine and our nervous, or our back and our neck, but it affects our nervous system, and that is what it influences like our mind, how we think, our sleep. And you know, so chiropractic is really more than just back pain or neck pain. It's really like overall health. It
helps a lot. I remember every time that I would come and get treatment at your office, which is amazing by the way, I would feel so much better, and it would last. It wasn't like, you know, some people say, oh, you know, it just lasts for that one day. No, it lasted for at least a month, and then you feel like, okay, it's time to go back, because you kind of feel the same achiness from every day. I need to fix my posture.
Something with the chiropractic.
Yes,
the posture. But no, that's funny that you say that, because some people are scared to go to a chiropractor because they're worried they're going to get like addicted to it. Like once they go, they're going to have to go forever. And obviously, you know, you don't have to do anything forever. And you felt good for a long time without needing to come in. But just like exercise and eating healthy, or anything in life, you know, some sort of maintenance is helpful in keeping you feeling good. So typically like a month goes by and we have a lot of stresses in our life, whether it's, you know, mental stress, or, you know, or your job is stressful, or you're carrying a lot of heavy things, or sitting at a desk all day. Pressure usually builds up over like a month. So typically when people aren't in pain, just like going to a dentist, we say like come in quarterly, or come in sometimes even monthly if you're like you're really active. And people notice that they feel better even if they come in without pain. They have more energy, they're sleeping better, even their mood is improved because it's
you're not in pain.
Yeah, you're not in pain, and just those nerves are like are working properly. It's really cool.
When you wake up in painless body, you tend to be more positive, because you're not like
yeah,
you're
totally
like brand new day.
Right, exactly. So we're wrapping up the sauna portion of Float, Sizzle, and Chill.
I can't believe I resisted.
How has it been?
It's been hot and melting here like a melting pot. I could only imagine my makeup.
I don't think it's coming off at all. You have like a glow. You're glowing. So
I'm glowing.
Yeah, I think
natural glow.
I think it's good. But this is something that people could do either at home or at a gym. A lot of gyms now have saunas and cold plunges. It's so good for your heart health, for your mental health. It releases endorphins. It actually toxicities. And it also pushes you out of your mental comfort zone. So like people, sometimes when I tell them that they should do this, they're like, I don't think I want to do that. And it shouldn't really be if you want to. It should be like, oh, this is going to help me improve my life. Like,
let's do it.
Let me do that. It's going to help me improve my health and my mental well-being and my physical well-being. Why wouldn't I want to do that? And so sometimes we just have to push outside of our comfort levels.
Yes,
and
it's
I know
a big thing.
It's hard.
It's hard.
It's
It
hard.
is hard.
Yeah.
Even being on social media, it's hard. That's coming out of your comfort zone.
Exactly. So I'm happy
You don't grow without it.
Yeah, I'm
Without-
happy you've been doing it and posting all of your inspirational messages to people out there.
Trying.
Maybe you're hot enough to jump in the cold plunge in a second. We'll see. I'm gonna do it. It's so hot.
I know. I wish I was.
Let's
I
see.
had more clothes or something.
Hi, this is Dr. Alon Schreier back with Float, Sizzle, and Chill, and I'm about to jump in the cold plunge.
Yeah, all by himself because I'm not doing that.
Oh my God.
Oh my God! How long can you last in there?
I think like
Can you think?
3 minutes. I think the longest I did was 4 minutes, but 3 minutes is like, it's hard.
Yeah.
Whew.
Does it help with?
So it helps with muscle soreness, helps when people like to work out for recovery. It helps with mental stress, fatigue, sleep, so a lot of good things. With the sauna and the cold plunge, it's like opposite temperatures, and so doing those extremes is based on science and research is really good for your body.
Oh, okay. I would think I would get a heart attack doing back to back, but you didn't.
So it actually strengthens your heart. There's research that shows that people that do this regularly, lower chance of stroke, lower chances of heart attack, lower blood pressure. Yeah, so really, really good things.
That's awesome. That's pretty cool.
Whew.
Yeah, maybe one day, not today.
Okay.
I would, yeah.
Whew.
I can't believe you're lasting that long.
How long has it been, Roy? 1 minute, so I have
Just
2
one,
minutes
huh?
left.
Okay,
So
don't
what
think
else?
about it. Don't think about it.
What else should we chat about?
So, what else? So I think the idea of you doing those videos, it's helpful because I do want to know stretching.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's pretty cool. What else can you tell me? What do I want to know? Maybe like something for the hygienist or dentist or anybody that could do at home to help. I have a sciatica nerve that tends to, I don't know, get caught up in there, and sometimes it's very hard for me to walk, and also lower back.
Okay.
Like the
So there's some simple yoga poses that you could do at home for sciatica that are really good. One is child's pose, where you're just on your knees and kind of like rolling forward.
okay.
Up dog and down dog. If you look up those 3 yoga poses and you do those like every morning and night, that helps a lot with sciatica. Yeah.
Okay, I have to look those up.
Yeah.
Getting into yoga is my next thing. I feel like it's kind of boring.
It depends what type of yoga you do. There's some that are like that you're holding the positions for really long times, and that might be boring to some people, but there's some that you're moving the whole time and they play like fun music. So it can be pretty cool.
I've done it when I was younger and I completely hated it, and I said, this is not for me. And then I did it maybe 1-2 years ago, and I liked it, but I'm not consistent, and you have to be consistent.
Yeah.
Just like with everything else in life.
Exactly. But yeah, yoga I think is something that could be helpful for people with sciatica as well. And then obviously chiropractic, which we do some therapies with the chiropractic, like laser therapy that uses different wavelengths of light that help the nerves heal, and decompression therapy, which is like a stretching table that helps take pressure off the nerves. So there's all these different like new technologies that are out there that people don't know about that can really help them live like a more pain-free life.
Is the laser therapy the one with like red light therapy kind of?
Yeah, so there's red light that a lot of people have heard about, but there's different like frequencies and different strengths of the lasers. So there's some that people can have at home that they buy for like $30-$40 that they just keep on like a body part, and it can help with pain relief. But the ones that are like medical grade that are in like doctors' offices typically cost like tens of thousands of dollars and are like high powered. Like I have one that's like 60 watts, which just means that it's more powerful. And so it penetrates deeper into the muscles and the nerves and everything. So you have to like constantly move it. But then there's even stronger lasers for like hair removal and fat removal. So there's some that are therapeutic and like make you feel better, and there's some for like different other health aspects.
Are they affordable?
So the treatments are typically affordable. They can range anywhere from like, you know, $40, $50 and all the way up to like 100 or more for different types of lasers. But there's also ones that people like red light therapy that people can do at home, that they can get for like less than $100 that they can wear.
Throughout.
Yeah, throughout like the night or throughout the day, that could be helpful.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? How many treatments? Is it like continuous? Is it like once a week, once a month, daily?
So depending on how severe it is, somebody could use it like every day, but typically for people that just like to be active, and recover from soreness, they could do it like once a week or something like that.
That's cool. How long have
Whew,
you been?
I'm at 5 minutes. This is the longest I made it. All right. I think I'm ready to get out.
Okay.
One last question from me
Yes.
is I always ask people, who would you like to see on Float, Sizzle, and Chill in the future that you can introduce to me and we can get on here?
That is local, I'm guessing.
I mean, yeah, most likely. So it'd be easier to get them here.
So, I can't think of anyone at the moment. The girl that you said, what's her name? The one with the parks, that rates the parks?
Oh, the Park Mama?
Yes, the park
Okay.
mama, because that's like more connecting it. Maybe she will teach us other things. I don't know.
Right, maybe some things for kids.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, well, this
know
has
what
been
else.
another episode of Float, Sizzle, and Chill. This is Efti, Fundo.
This has been
And
so much fun.
how can people find your page or find out more about you or your business?
So I am on Instagram, YouTube. I can't believe you're still staying there. YouTube, TikTok, pretty much every social media that there is, and I will be more active. And soon I'm opening up my marketing for dental offices. So stay tuned for more.
Nice. Based by Efti with 3 eyes?
4 eyes.
4 eyes. Look her up, and we'll see you soon. If you need any health advice or chiropractic or health work in South Florida, come visit me at Schreier Family Chiropractic. We appreciate you floating, sizzling, and chilling with us today on this episode. To stay connected, consider showing your support by following, sharing, and awarding us a sizzling 5-star review on platforms like Apple or Spotify. Remember, you can participate in our weekly $1,000 raffle by submitting a review to Apple or Spotify and leaving a comment on the current YouTube episode. Check the episode description for instructions. You can reach us at www.dralon.com, DRELAN. Drop an email at info@dralon.com. Stay happy, healthy, and abundant.